I always liked to understand how technology works, and because now we have color e-ink screens like the one in this BooX device, I'm looking today at the e-ink display through a microscope, and we also will check out each digital pen that I have. In my review of the Note 3C, where C stands from color because we have a color e-ink display, I said that this pen feels the best out of all that I tested so far. So in this clip we want to have a deep dive using a microscope, understanding better how the e-ink display works, in color especially, and to see what is different about this pen. We will also check out a Samsung Galaxy Tab pen, an Apple Pencil 2, a Staedtler Norris Digital Jumbo, and the premium pen from Kindle Scribe. Let's first have a look at the BooX pen. From what I can see, this tip is similar to what we see in markers, for example, and what I like is that we don't have much play, and it's also very nicely dampened. So whenever you write with this pen, especially on the BooX tablet, you don't feel like you are writing on glass, like you are feeling on the other devices. Let's see now how color works. I have selected red and I made the line a bit thicker, so you can see how the red color is formed. And here you can actually see these red spheres that are in that fluid, and they are getting to the top, and this is how the color red is forming. We also see a lot of black because the black particles are also finding their way up. Now I have selected green, and you can see that the green particles are drawn to the surface of the e-ink display, and this really feels like ink. If you have played with ink on paper, this feels exactly like ink. And this is dark blue. You can clearly see here how this color looks like. Next I selected violet, and this is how it looks like. And this is actually the size of what you are seeing under the microscope, just for you to have a feeling, because you see in reality the color looks exactly like it should be, but it's a bit darker because you have seen those dark lines. Next, this is how the Samsung pen looks like, and you can see here that they have this nice material only on the top of the pen. This would mean that you have to change the tip more frequently if you don't want to scratch your device, and this is how it looks like. You see that this is much more wobbly, and I think this is why I don't prefer this tip, because it's simply not precise enough. There is a lot of movement. Next is the Apple Pencil, and this tip doesn't move at all and doesn't have any soft material. It's directly hard plastic. This is why this doesn't feel good at all, unfortunately. For sure, if you use a screen protector on your tablet with a paper-like texture, it can help, but this is very rigid, you can see here, and doesn't really feel like a pen. Just out of curiosity, if you remove the tip, this is what we see. This is how the Kindle Scribe pen looks like, and I think I must change the tip here. You see that this is already a bit sharp, and this looks much more like the pen from BooX, but doesn't feel that good either. I had to buy another pen on my Kindle Scribe to make it feel good. And this is how a replacement looks like, but it's a bit strange because I have not used so much this pen, but I already have to use a replacement. And now you can see the difference between the used tip and a new tip. And the last one is the Staedtler. You can see here we have the same design as on the Samsung, and I think that on the top we have like a bit of rubber. Let me see if I can find some solid material, and you can see there how this works like. It's like a tip of a rubber with some material on top. With the exception of Apple Pen, you can actually use all these pens on the BooX device, and I think the other way around. If you want to use the BooX pen on a Samsung device, it should work, or if you want to use the BooX pen on a Scribe device, I think it should also work. Let's also check how a comic looks under the microscope. So this is how Son Goku looks like, and you can see each individual color sphere here. For example, you can see these blue ones and the red ones, really nice. And then we get to the green ones on the grass. And now I will just simply turn the page. Let's see how everything else is changing. And you can see here we have a lot of blue, and the change is happening very quickly actually. Let's change again. So you see here how quickly everything happens on the screen. Very nice how these particles are simply so fast. But what I really like is exactly how this feels like ink. You can see like on paper, you know how the ink disperses into the paper. This is exactly how this feels like, and you can clearly see this on the screen. This process is really nice. And I think this also explains why this is called e-ink. So at the end, I'm curious, what do you guys think of this technology? And I will do one more clip, and I want to do some gaming on this tablet. I understand that this is not meant for gaming at all, but I think we might find some games that are fun to play after you are reading your book. Let me know if you have any other questions in regards to the BooX tablet or e-ink displays, and until next time, have a good one.